This is an action camera. Back in December I got it for a gift, and I tested it. The video looks pretty good, except it's shaky. There's no stabilization. So I thought, for the price of an inexpensive gimbal, I'll have a pretty good gimbal I ended up getting. It comes in this case. It's a Hohem, a Chinese brand, I guess. And this is the gimbal itself. It comes with its own stand. It comes with 2 wires to power the camera while you're using the gimbal, and a USB cable that can plug into the gimbal and charge up a camera or a cell phone. So stand just screws in to the 1/4 inch, standard 1/4 inch thread. These are the controls. This makes the gimbal go up, down, left, and right. This is the power button. This is the mode button. Forget what it does. You could look up the specs. So, this is what holds the camera in. It's a little kludgy. Slide the camera in, tighten the screws, make sure it's level. And this is the important part. You got to make sure that the camera balances. I got lucky. My first try, it's balanced. If it's too far out, then it's very forgiving. Too far out or too far in, then this gimbal's going to struggle and it's not going to work good. So that's the balance point. And you also have to make sure it balances on this axis. Not much you could do about this axis because there's no adjustment. Then I turn it on. Now you can see it's stabilized. And the stabilization works pretty good. I'll put this other camera on. This is a Hero 3. This is a camera I've ended up using more because the the video is deeper looking video, so I end up liking how this looks. Same thing, make sure you get the camera balanced. And these go all the way down to the bottom, because that's where balance is best. I'm pretty used to doing this. Got it on the first shot. So it works really well. these are the power wires. Neither of these would work. This one, it uses the mini USB, and this is a C USB. And neither camera has a C power in. And then this one is a mini. The mini plugs into this part of the camera. And then to a micro. That would fit this camera. The only problem is that the orientation is wrong, because the camera would be facing there, and then this would end up being upside down. So you can't use that. But since I've been using the Hero 3, what I did was I made my own wire. I just cut the end of had two USBs, a mini and a mini, because this takes a mini and this takes a mini, and then this works fine. And the battery is weak in this Hero 3, so this worked really well. I'll connect that to show you how that works. This is the power supply. And that mini plugs into here. It's a little awkward. There, that was awkward. Then this plugs into the GoPro. That's a little heavy this side. Got to pull the camera in closer. Out a little farther. Tighten it. That's balanced. Then, when I turn on the gimbal, now you can see that it's charging. Then, if you use this particular GoPro, I have to start the charging first and then power it on, otherwise it sometimes doesn't work. And there you go. A fully stabilized Hero 3. So the only thing wrong are these wires I couldn't use. Different cameras probably these would work for. But that's it. I really like it. I made a couple of videos already using it. I'll put a link to those videos so you can see what kind of quality it gets. And those videos were made with the Hero 3. And you could read the specs about this. You press this twice and then you get a different mode. You could go up and down and it'll follow. And the trigger lets you move it very fast. This button makes it go up or down without following your hand. I never use this button. I never use this button. You know, I use it as a very basic gimbal. So that's it. I really like it. When I'm using it in the field, I don't even keep this on, and you can see it's a pretty compact Pretty compact gimbal. It's very light. It's great.